here's Brody Brazil.
Hey, Brody, it's Dave from Chicago. The Green Bay Packers are probably the most unique franchise in all of sports. How they play in a market that is much smaller and way different than any other franchise, and they have a whole culture in that town built around the team. And I think it would be cool if baseball, hockey, and basketball had their own version of the Green Bay Packers. Do you think you can make a video where you give your thoughts as to what cities or what very small cities might be good for the other sports to have their equivalent of the Green Bay Packers? Thanks, Brody.
Dave, I really appreciate that call. There's a lot of thought behind that. There's some creativity. I love what you want me to do. And I could name some of those city names that I think would be good. A lot of people would point out Austin, Texas. I just have to stop right here, though, and say, Dave, it's never going to happen again like another Green Bay Packers in any professional sports team situation. Leagues won't take that gamble. That happened so long ago and so organically that it almost can't ever happen like that again. And I'm saying this, like, you bring up a great point. I'm trying to counter that with the equally great point here that you're right. And there are a lot of special things about the Green Bay Packers, but it's unlikely to ever happen again. I should say intentionally. Like, there may be an accident situation of a team like in baseball where the Athletics move to Sacramento and then Las Vegas falls apart and then they're stuck in Sacramento. They get shipwrecked in Sacramento. So some of these things could happen, and Sacramento's not like a Green Bay situation. It's not that small. But I don't think that, you see what I'm saying? It could happen unintentionally, but never intentionally would a league go into a place that's that small, has such a small population and businesses and sponsors. They will not take that risk. The Packers are also community-owned, meaning that it's public shareholders that decide the fate and operations of the team, not the day-to-day stuff, like there's a whole football staff there. But this is one of, like, very few teams across the globe that is publicly owned by shareholders. Green Bay is the smallest NFL market. Green Bay is also the smallest major league market in North America. Not the smallest pro sports market, because there are other leagues and other teams, but in terms of baseball, basketball, football, and hockey, Green Bay is the smallest, and by a significant amount. They also have the oldest continuously operating stadium. Lambeau Field has been up and at it since 1957, and they have sold out every single game since 1960. And if you look at the size of the stadium in contrast to the population of Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's like 1 out of every 5 citizens is going to every single Packers game. Now, they're not all going. It's people from all across the region. But my point is, this is so unique. This is so unparalleled. I don't think, though, that any other league could ever replicate this, or would they ever even try to replicate this with an expansion team or by moving a team into a situation like this.